Okay, so I'm going to talk about my implementation and evaluation segment of this project. I have already begun to implement this. We've had two demo pilots, whatever you want to call it, attempts at my pre-needs or pre-assessment test that I showed you in my last video, where I had the Google Slides project where they had the Gmail section, the Drive section, the Seat section, the Docs section, and I had the advanced and the beginner one. And we used that this week on two different job searches at the university. And the feedback that we gained from that was unbelievable, to see where people were in their skills, and it helped both hiring committees determine which candidates to move forward with. And I was wrong last week when I said it took me about 3 to 5 minutes to do the assessment. I didn't give myself enough credit. It actually took me about 1:30 to be able to tell how they did on each part with the way I have it built, and I can check it really quickly. I've also built a score sheet where I can put the person's name, and I've got all the checklists, and I can tell what they did, how much, and I even can see the length of time that it took a person to complete this skills assessment. And that piece can tell me a lot too, because if somebody's having to stop and Google and figure stuff out, they're going to take much longer than others. Just for an example, we had one person complete the assessment in like 21 minutes and something, and loosely, and we had another candidate complete it in less than 3 minutes. So you can definitely tell the difference in skills right there. So as I look to roll this out across the university, hopefully next summer the whole thing will be fully built inside of our new Moodle, and then into the fall we can really fine-tune this grading and gleaning that information. In terms of evaluating this, I think the feedback starting from the committee members, and I've even put together a Google form feedback for our candidates. And I didn't do it just for my skills assessment. I talked one of the committees into getting feedback about the overall hiring experience, but I wanted to plug some questions in about the Google skills assessment too, to kind of not make people think it was all about that. So hopefully we'll give some feedback on that very soon, and we'll take that information and make some tweaks to the skills assessment. Also, once I roll this out to the university, one of the things will be a Google form follow-up after they take the skills assessment. What did they think? What did they challenges, difficulties, suggestions, all those things, and we will. I'll take that feedback. So that'll be how we'll evaluate, refine, tweak, edit, revise, like we should be doing with everything that we do in education. I've been doing this for 30 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen a lesson, an activity that couldn't benefit some way, somehow, with editing, revising, and tweaking year after year after year, because the students have changed, the technology access has changed, everything has changed, so we need to be changing all of our activities and stuff with it, even if it's just slightly. So that's something that it's an important part. Like I said at the beginning, with my ADDIE model, I add that extra E. Evaluate, great, but now you got to edit as well. I look forward to your feedback, but the implementation isn't fully out there, but I have done a pilot of it, and it's going to be, I think this is going to be really great. It's just the scope of this project. It's massive, and I don't want to build it twice. So once Moodle's updated, which should be in January, I'll actually begin the official build out into our learning management system. Oh, and I want to address one of the comments from last time. They wanted to know why I was using Moodle instead of Google Classroom? Well, Moodle is our official learning management system for the university. We do have certain professors and programs using Google Classroom, but until Google Classroom has the back-end administration where we can enroll the students, where we can auto set up classes, where we can do a lot of the stuff for some of our professors, we won't be using that as our official learning management system. So just know those professors that are using Google Classroom are your more tech advanced, are your more self-starters, more competent in terms of technology and education, because they have to do everything for this course themselves, from creating the course platform to the shell to entering everything from the students to the content, where in Moodle, a lot of your faculty simply have Owen Grubbs or myself pick up the course from last year and move it into this year. Where in Google Classroom, you can do that, but you have to do it yourself. We can't do any of that for you. Now, Google does say that administrative tool is on the way. So who knows in 2-3 years if we'll all be on Google Classroom. But for now, since Moodle is the official learning management system, I feel like with my role, I have to adhere to that, and that's why I'm going to build it out on that. All right, looking forward to your comments and your all's videos as well.